What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from RANTS. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave that comment down below. Alright, so I didn't even know that this was even going on, that they were going to make a Yellowstone spinoff. I absolutely love Yellowstone. Yellowstone is a brilliant series in every stretch of the imagination. But it looks like Faith Hill and Tim Mcgraw are going to be starring in a Yellowstone spin-off show. I guess it's going to be a prequel, but to what takes place on Yellowstone. Is called 1883. I don't know about this. Don't get me wrong. I have seen Tim Mcgraw playing some really good parts. I'm not saying he's a bad actor by any stretch of the imagination, but the fact that they cast both of them in this role, I just don't know if that necessarily fits. I don't know if I really even want a Yellowstone spinoff in the very first place. Like, this is just one of those things. It's just a cash grab at this point when it comes to things. As much as I love Yellowstone, I'd love to see more and more of Yellowstone. I don't know if, there's always a part of me that wants it, and then there's a part of me that is like, oh, remember how spinoffs usually turn off. They're usually not as good as the original, and they usually don't pay off anything that the original had set up. But anyways, let's just go ahead and let's read about this a little bit. It says, the Grammy-winning married couple will also now be playing a married couple on screen in 1883 for Paramount Plus, according to Viacom CBS. Oscar nominee Sam Elliott is signed on as well. I do love Sam Elliott. Yellowstone proved to be a huge hit for the Paramount Network when it premiered in 2018. The original drama stars Kevin Costner, Wes Bentley, Kelly Riley, and Luke Grimes as members of the Dutton family, who own the largest ranch in the U.S. The prequel series will revolve around the Dutton family generations before Yellowstone takes place. McGraw will play the family's patriarch, James Dutton, while Hill will play the family's matriarch, Margaret Dutton. In an effort to achieve the old-fashioned American dream of escaping poverty and obtaining land for a fresh start, the Duttons will travel through the western frontier and into Montana. Elliott will portray a gritty cowboy with a tragic past named Shea Brennan, who leads a group from Texas to Montana. It all starts with the writing, and Taylor Sheridan is a brilliant writer, Elliott said. In addition to writing, Sheridan is also executive producing 1883 with John Linson, Art Linson, David Glazer, Ron Burkle, and Barry Yari. Sheridan and John Linson also created the Emmy-nominated series Yellowstone for the Paramount Network. Which, look, at least they're getting some of the same people that actually worked with Yellowstone. I would have preferred, if they were going to do something like that, kind of have Sam Elliott be the patriarch, and then have like Tim Mcgraw and Faith Hill as Tim Mcgraw being the one that's going to take over the ranch. That would have been an interesting thing. I don't know if having a gritty cowboy with a tragic past named Shea Brennan, they're going to do something crazy with that. Something that's probably not going to be that interesting in a lot of ways. I think Sam Elliott as the patriarch of the Dutton family would be awesome in so many different ways. I just don't know about Tim Mcgraw. Look, but you know what? I will say this though. They've done us right so far when it comes to Yellowstone. I mean, putting Kevin Costner in there, the story that revolves around the Dutton children, it's just been absolutely brilliant all the way around. I've been entertained every single episode. There has been no failure on the writers' parts or on the actors' parts. So, at the end of the day, I'll give it a chance. I will give it a chance. But like as I always say, anytime that they use prequels or any kind of things or spin-offs of any kind, usually don't end up quite as well or stick to the source material quite as well as what the original show did. But hey, you know what? Maybe it'll do its service. Be interesting to see just how the Dutton family came into being. So you know what? I'll give it a chance. I still, just don't mess with my Yellowstone, guys. That's all I ask. Don't mess with my Yellowstone. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. I will never forgive you, Tim Mcgraw, if in Faith Hill, if y'all ruin this show in any form or fashion. I don't care if it's a prequel series. I don't care if it doesn't have anything to do with the original. I just don't want this show ruined in any way possible. But if they do pull it off, man, will that be interesting. Then you can watch the prequel, and then you can, go into, the original series. And that is some good binge watching television right there, if there ever is some. If they can pull off this prequel series. But guys, let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that maybe, adding Tim Mcgraw and Faith Hill as the main protagonists of the series, do you think that is interesting? Do you feel like that they could have maybe picked someone better for that role? And of course, the addition of Sam Elliott. I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with the addition of Sam Elliott. Even though I would have liked him to be the main patriarch, that where Tim Mcgraw and Faith Hill then take over after him. That would have been more interesting. I felt like that would have been more interesting even on Yellowstone in general. If they would have done something like that. But, instead we see the older version of Kevin Costner. And then, of course, we get previews of his younger self. Which I kind of feel like, anytime that they do something like that, I almost kind of feel like just go with the younger self. Tell the story from the beginning to end. Let's not go through this of flashbacks and all this other kind of stuff. To me, if there is one drawback on Yellowstone, it is the flashbacks that are really just not that interesting in my opinion. But overall, I'll give it a chance. Let me know what y'all think, guys, down below. Do y'all think this is a great idea? I'm skeptical on it, but I do love my Yellowstone. I'm glad that they've got people that actually have written on Yellowstone, being a part of this series. So it should kind of feel like the original series in a lot of different ways. But overall, guys, just let me know what y'all think down below. As always, thanks for watching. Y'all take care.